Second down at 5, fake to Robinson. And now it's Robinson who makes the catch out of the backfield. Picks up a Falcons first down and more. Still going inside the 10. Touchdown! Third down and 10. Falcons must get to the 29 for a first down, and they do. Robinson makes the catch. All the way down inside the Buccaneers' 15-yard line. Penix, pump fake, takes off, dives, ball comes loose.
Was his knee down
touchdown.
First? They're ruling it a touchdown.
The official on the near side came running in, and he says touchdown Atlanta.
Kalijah Kancey is holding on for dear life. I don't see a knee go down. I don't see an elbow go down. I see the ball cross the goal line. Hand down, no knee is down, the shin isn't down either. That looks like a touchdown, Kenny. That looks like a touchdown.
All scoring plays automatically reviewed.
Right on the field is touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Certainly appears as if the ball crosses the plane before.
Out of the pistol, Bijan Robinson running left through a tackle. Robinson accelerating, and there goes Robinson. Tracked down from behind at the 40 by Theo Jackson, but a big gain right out of the gate. 25 yards, one more than he had all game against Tampa last Sunday. He's got it again, he'll try it to the right, and he's got room again. Robinson into the secondary, 16 more yards. Robinson through space. And into the secondary to the 22-yard line. That's 18 that time. It puts Bijan over 100 yards rushing tonight.
Penix keeps it short with Robinson, who has the first down and more. Robinson across midfield. And he's into plus territory, pushed out by Nick Scott. There's the first big one of the afternoon, a gain of 25. No timeouts for the Falcons, third down. Penix, four-step drop, throws, caught. It's Mooney, but the Falcons are going to run out of time to clock it. And that'll take us to the end of the half. First down for Atlanta at their own 22. Pitch it to Robinson. And Robinson rounds the corner, still with the running room along the sideline. And a first down for Atlanta. Sarah.
Shotgun formation for Penix on a 3rd and 5. Penix lets it fly, wide open downfield, makes the connection with Pitts. Big play to convert, and now in Washington territory. He felt the team came out in practice this week with a chip on their shoulder. Fake the handoff, Penix, clean pocket, he throws, and it's Drake London going upstairs to haul it in. First down, Falcons working against St. Ristil. And on the edges. 2nd and 16, Penix, pump, Penix, throw, rainbow, caught by London, flagged out. Pistol formation with Robinson, give it to him. Bijan with the mustard, touchdown! They came in with the 2nd highest drop rate in the NFL so far in this young season. Just one that I can remember, Ray McLeod early. Penix will throw it. In stride. Robinson. Bijan Robinson gets caught from behind. He nearly goes the distance. Jeremy Reeves gets there.
Taking care of my body. He said I cut out a ton of fast food.
Pistol formation. Penix, fake it. Flip it. Catch made. Pitts. Touchdown. Falcons. Washington is in there. Penix lets it fly. Open man. Caught by Washington. just working on his explosiveness, and then pool work, working on his breathing. Hard cut. Robinson slowed down. Robinson backpedals for a first down.
Only one lineman in a three-point. Everybody else kind of rovering around.
Penix zips it downfield. Separation, and it's caught by Pitts. Flagged out. Down to 3:18 and counting left in the fourth. 7-point game. Rushes on. Penix unloads. A low throw. Drake London going downstairs, and it's a catch.
They have a fumble the last game against Washington. Penix steps up from the pocket, delivers a dart over the middle, and that's Drake London who's into Buffalo territory to the 41.
Second most dangerous weapon in Drake London.
Who's the first dangerous weapon? Bijan Robinson still running hard, dragging tacklers down inside the 10. Robinson shows the quickness and the power in one run. And from the pistol, on 3rd and goal, Penix zips it to the end zone. Catch made! Reaching across to break the plane is Drake London. And Atlanta jumps on top again. Here's Penix, a 1st and 5. Robinson off the right side, breaks free. Bijan Robinson spinning down the sideline, still going. Can they catch him? They cannot. Touchdown, Falcons, 81 yards. Still had to take a snap. He played a little bit there in Arkansas, and you better practice. If you're going to call that in your own end. Penix up the play fake, launches over the middle and wide open. He's been the man tonight. Drake London has been the featured guy, picks up 26 more. Penix got to be quick. Gets it out. Catch made. London off and running. Can he get to the end zone? Time has run out. Touchdown or nothing.
And give your defensive line a shot to get to the quarterback.
Fake to Robinson. Now they throw it to him. Blockers on the edge. Bijan makes a move. Dancing back and forth. Bijan still alive. Still running. Down in the red zone. Electric number 7. Pass rush comes at him. And Penix flips it out there to Robinson. They left him alone, and Bijan makes him pay. Penix just got that off before the rush arrived, and they pick up 23.
That's 7 of the penalty yards back. 2nd and 13. And Penix throws. He's shy of the first down as he fights over there with Renardo Green. 32 seconds and a timeout. Movement up front, it seemed, but no flag. And the throw is complete to the 40-yard line to Drake London.
There will be some in-cut opportunities to make plays.
27 seconds left. Penix drifting. Now using that big, powerful arm. In traffic, Mooney not tackled. Stays on his feet to the 22-yard line. Will the Falcons use that timeout? Yes. They'll bang their last timeout, may get a second. You guys can go out and make plays at this point in your career, and I trust you and believe in you. Asking Bethune that tonight. Penix, tight throw. Good catch on the side by the tight end, Pitts. Charlie Werner, 89, essentially plays so much fullback role for this Falcons team. Next to Penix and protecting. Robinson, edge, first down. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. Oh, the speed and power of Robinson for 6. Here comes to the pass rush, got chipped by Robinson, giving Penix the time to fire and complete it to Casey Washington.
And try and make something else work.
2nd and 10. Penix showing that arm strength. Big mitts of London and then extending the ball out. Held more in check tonight. He's got 72 yards on 16 touches. Here's touch 17 with a block and a first down to the 39-yard line and 15 to the Robinson total. From the 37, Robinson with the motion man downfield it goes. It's been a good night for Kyle Pitts. The tight end's been targeted 9 times. That's his 7th catch. 2nd and 10, Penix. hard. Robinson, big hit out of the back by the safety, Jair Brown. Mooney's got it at the 40.
Bijan Robinson, 7 carries, 19 yards. It's 1st and 10. It goes to Robinson. Trying to get a block, and Matthews provides. He gets another block downfield from Hodge, and he takes the ball into the grasp of Melifonwu.
Penix to the air, and he fires one in. What a catch! Going to the ground is Kyle Pitts at the 30-yard line. A gain of 21. Penix looking to throw to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. What a grab by Drake London. And what a drive by the Falcons. Robinson again. And nice running by Bijan Robinson. Stretching out to the 47-yard line, 15 yards for the third-year back out of Texas. Play action this time. Penix fires, and it is complete. Penix throwing end zone. London, great catch. Second of the day. And the Falcons with some huge momentum late in the first half. Penix pump fakes. Pocket collapsing. He steps up. He'll keep it. And Penix off to the races in a beautiful slide after picking up the first down. On second down, Penix. Oh, what a catch with one hand! Bijan Robinson with one for the highlight reel. A first down and a gain of 9. Penix trying a deep shot, looking for London. Flag is down. London makes the catch. Going over Christian Gonzalez. Play clock down to 2. Penix takes the snap, fires, and he's got London for a first down. When they've needed a big play today, they have gone to London. Penix on 4th down, looking for London, and did he bring it in? Yes! What a catch! Drake London with the hat trick. His 3rd touchdown today. Penix, good protection, has time. Has room to run. Instead, he's throwing. London makes a sliding grab along the sideline. Drake London's been everywhere today. This one goes for 26.
And now Michael Penix Jr. and company take over from the 27. And here is their top back, Bijan Robinson, with an excellent run to start Atlanta's offensive day.
By the young quarterback, not getting the ball out of his hands with that free hitter.
That was the first sack of the year for Bynum, and it was a big one. From the 19-yard line, Penix. Searching downfield, tight coverage across the board, and finally, it's Drake London that breaks loose. And you see, he doesn't follow him into the slot. Penix. Over the middle, and it's caught for a first down. Grabbed by Charlie Warner. Just his 2nd catch of the entire season. Usually one of the top tacklers in the NFL. His rate has been a little lower this year. Penix floats it. London reaches out and holds it in. Touchdown, Drake London. The red zone machine strikes again. After Stewart came off the field, Michael Penix Jr. wheeling, floating, and connecting into Indianapolis territory, and there is Kyle Pitts.
And you wonder if one of those was, hey, we're going to try to take this momentum back and get 7 here.
Grover Stewart back out there for the Colts defense. Penix firing low, and London going down to pick that one up off the deck.
Robinson falls off the play action. Penix down the middle. Drake London. His first grab. He was dealing with a sickness and a back issue. Predictable personnel-wise. You have 2 stars like that. Why not use them? Penix down the middle. London wide open. Inside the 10, down to the 5. Trayvon Merrick saved a touchdown. Unreal, just roaming free. It's Robinson. And he breaks 2 tackles. Oh!
Oh my! What a rugged run that was! Robinson again showing patience, getting to the edge. Bijan Robinson. London, the motion man. We've only seen Robinson so far. No Algier as yet. Penix coming this way. He's got it for Mooney across the 40. Couple of looks to Mooney early on. Grew up a Falcons fan. Atlanta here goes to Robinson and an easy touchdown for the powerhouse Bijan Robinson. 2nd down and 2. I missed that part of the conversation. Penix to throw, and London somehow reels it in with a marker flying as well. You and a couple million people watching. It's a run. They got the jersey. Robinson's not down. He breaks a tackle, gets to the outside and breaks it down. And that is how the first half ends.
It's exciting.
Cousins swings it out. Here's Robinson. This is where he's dangerous. In space. Sills a block. Robinson chased down. Finally brought down by the veteran Justin Reed. Keep it with Robinson. What a cutback. First down. Bijan Robinson inside the 25-yard line. Mike Pereira on top of it as always. So 2nd and a quarter of the field. Robinson got some blockers in front, and he bursts through the alley, and he gets knocked down by Demario Davis, and they pick up all of that yardage back and then some. A 33-yard play for Bijan Robinson.
It's the only player that reminded him of Bijan Robinson.
Right, his college teammate who had a terrific NFL career. And here's Robinson on cue across midfield and then finally tripped up. This is the best starting field position for the Falcons. Robinson, first down out across midfield. Play action here. Cousins steps up, dumps it off. It's Robinson, first down and more. Robinson inside the 35. There's a flag as Cousins took a hit after getting rid of the football. 3rd down and 2. The handoff. Robinson cuts to the outside and takes it in for a Falcons touchdown. It was the 4th overall pick by the Falcons back in 21. And the Falcons tied. Here's Robinson, first down, out across the 45.
They still don't get respect on AWS. I mean, these teams have the same record. Meanwhile, look at this run by Robinson on a 1st and 16. From the 35, they begin this drive. Off the play fake, the pump fake underneath, they go to Bijan Robinson for a gain of 16 yards. Deep drop, pass is caught, tackle avoided. Look at Robinson go all the way to the 44-yard line. On the ground, to the outside, into the end zone. Bijan Robinson for the touchdown. So Robinson puts it in, and all of a sudden a 14-point game is on the cusp of going to 7. 8:22 in regulation. They get the ball to the Falcons at the 33-yard line. Breaking free. Here he goes again. Down the sideline, picks up about
14 years in the NFL, and you talk about formative ages as Cousins goes off play action, and he'll drop it off. Catch and run for Robinson. What balance! That is an outrageous run to square his hips. One of those high-level traits. See if they feed him again, maybe out of the backfield. Yes, indeed. Catch and run. Robinson is gone. Arizona's native son scores against the Cardinals. Second down, Robinson, the motion man. Bijan Robinson flowing with the play. Sidestep twice and a first down. It's a loss of 6 on the play to set up 2nd and 16. Cousins to Robinson. Bijan Robinson running behind Lindstrom. Robinson, explosive again to pick up 15. Right back there, stretch play. Robinson breaks free, changing direction, and now on the gas pedal for a first down. He has just become the 3rd Falcon ever to have 2,000 yards.
The other part of that is Xavier Watts in this year's draft, and he's a promising player.
Here's Robinson, right side. Nice cutback. He's gone. Can anybody catch him?
Not tonight.
McCreary chasing. Won't get there. Touchdown, Atlanta. 93 yards. He had an Atlanta Falcons record 93-yard run for the touchdown in the first half. Breaks a tackle, and there he goes. Down inside the 41 tonight. Jared Verse couldn't bring him down, and then Bijan took care of the rest.
3rd and 15. Cousins will dump it off to Bijan Robinson. Nice move. And he's down to the 35, and they'll spot him around the 33. It will be a 4th down call. Jonah Williams. David Sills is the sure-handed receiver. At least him and Cousins have hooked up. He's at the bottom of your screen as Cousins has a lot of time and throws for the end zone. That's a touchdown, Falcons. Drake London all alone sitting back there. Work so well together as teammates in the backfield together. It's Bijan Robinson and gliding his way for a first down and a strong pickup to the 25. Drake London in motion, bottom of your screen. Fake Cousins is looking for London, and he's got it. Reached over the defensive back to haul it in, and Quincy Riley